Hey there, scholars. I'm going to give us a run through of our upcoming unit, which will focus not only on some mathematics, but we're also going to be looking at choosing a career for our future lifestyles and looking how that translates to money and how we can successfully take care of our financial status as we get older and start working. So I'm just going to do a generalized run through of the slides so you can refer back to make sure that you're hitting every single section that is needed and the components are all being completed properly. Okay, so we'll probably watch this video together, but it's just a fun, quirky little way to show how students of your age and younger maybe are starting to think about, well, when I grow up, what do I want to be? Okay, our next slide. This is where we're really getting into the meat and potatoes. We're going to first use an investigative lens to help decide upon what type of career would be best fit for you. You could potentially go back to your 16 personalities test and look at the suggested occupations there, but you could also go ahead and take a look at each of these links. I'm not going to go directly into them, but these links are within the yellow fonts, and those are going to help you decide upon what would be the best choice of job for you. And down below, these boxes will need for your insertion of the career, the type of pay, what type of education is needed, and the amount of jobs that are actually out there. Now, if you need the text-to-speech feature to write in all of your responses, go ahead and do that. Remember to hit the spell check if necessary. I will also be accessible at the blue table if you need to come and sit and have a little powwow to help support yourself in the choosing of your career. Okay, next slide. Obviously, we're a leader in eSchool, and we follow our 7 habits to make sure that we are successful individuals in our future and today. And so I thought it would be a great idea for you as students to just reflect. There's no right or wrong answer, but if you chose a specific career, how would the habits relate to each of the job elements or even your personal life once you do have that career? So take your time. This is more of like a journal reflection, no right or wrong answers, and decide upon the choices you're going to make between habits and career. Okay, obviously every unit we have a written type of paper that we need to create. And so this is going to be our actual informational report for Unit 4. Unit 4 is going to ultimately respond to what type of career that we are going to embark on in our future. And so a research paper addressing what types of career options we're going to explore, the type of Sorry, I clicked on that link and then it took me to the other tab, but then I wasn't able to show you that tab because whatever reason. But you're going to have an outline basically that's going to direct your research throughout this paper. Again, you can constantly check in with me. If you need any peer tutoring, we can set you up with a student who's feeling confident in their process to work with. And or if you need extra support, I can always go ahead and walk you through video or verbally through the instruction of how to research your colleges, the careers, and ultimately have a really nice paper in the long run. After that, and this will probably take us a few weeks to establish the written response, we're going to move on to kind of a mathematical correlation to your career and lifestyle research project. And we're going to work towards finding out what it looks like once we are financially responsible for ourselves. You'll notice this is a great opportunity to get some extra vocabulary words within our word knowledge bank. And so go ahead and read through those. If you need extended information based off of these, please go ahead and feel free to copy, paste, and Google. And that will allow you to maybe find some more information via, dictionary.com or some type of a website. Now, don't be overwhelmed by the next slides. This is definitely going to be something that we do as a whole group, depending on your abilities and depending on your confidence. So I will be guiding us through these processes and having conversations and small group sessions where we're going to talk about how we would set up a budget. And then we will decide upon what it looks like to balance budgets and what are the important elements of our budget? What should we focus on before we actually go ahead and spend our money on Fortnite extra tickets or, clothes from Tilly's. So we're going to look at what are the important elements that we're going to need to focus on our budget in order to survive. And then we're going to create kind of our fake pay stub to look at how much we're actually earning and what goes away for either health care or taxes. Looking at graphing our balanced budget, discussing and reflecting on our budget, and then actually creating a generalized budget based off of the career that you have chosen and maybe the paycheck amount that you'll be receiving either monthly or bi-weekly. And you will then have the final check-in with your partner, and you guys can discuss together the differences or similarities of your budgets. And it's going to be a really great unit. I'm so excited for you guys. You have all the support in the world. If you need to come back to this video at any time and use the pause button or the rewind button to get some more clarification from this project, go ahead and do so. But remember, I am always open and available for support. Mrs. Cole will be also in the classroom for extra support. And don't be afraid to ask your peers as well for support. And one other little side note, all of the information that we are going to be focusing on during this unit is eventually going to be presented at our college and career fair, March 22nd, that Mrs. Toledano is putting on for us. So it's going to be very exciting. This is going to be very relevant to what our entire school culture is focusing on, and I'm excited for you guys to go through the process. See you later. Bye.